And so now I'm excited to invite on Dionne Marriott, who lives in Lubbock, Texas, and she is here with her client Valerie, and they are going to share their experience working together. And then we'll have plenty of time for Q&A, and then we'll bring on another member and her client Joyce after we're done speaking with Dionne and Valerie. So welcome.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
It's great. So I'd like to tell a little bit about how I met Valerie and what we've done to work together. So one time, about 3 months ago at the end of May, I got this random email subscription to my newsletter. And then within a couple of days, it was over a Memorial Day weekend, Valerie had signed up to come in for a session. And she was all ready to get started. And we started with working on her daughter's wedding. She had a lot of other things that we could work on too, but that was the most pressing thing. Was she was getting ready for a wedding reception coming up. And so Valerie, tell us how you found me and how you kind of decided that this was the way to go.
Well, it started with my desire to organize all my photos. And so years ago, I had found an app called PhotoMine. And I guess through that and recognizing that I had that app, I started receiving emails or notifications about photo managing. And I saw Kathy's name. So I looked it up on YouTube. And then I received another email, or I subscribed for a newsletter. And then I saw that you could put in your zip code and would have someone who would be available. What I was needing was a video made of my daughter's pictures and my son-in-law's pictures for a wedding. And I couldn't imagine. I said, who am I going to find to do this? And so from prayer, I think that Dionne showed up with that newsletter, and I put in the zip code, and her name came up right away. Right away, there was a calendar. Said I can meet at these times. I signed up right then.
So that was good. And then I was like, who is this Valerie person that's going to show up? and then we got started. So we got started on working on things for the wedding. And we talked about the slideshow that she wanted done and what photos that we could include with it. And then we're like, well, what else could we do for the wedding? And so we did some posters, that she could display at the reception. And then I said, well, do you need a guest book? And she's like, well, I guess I do. So, and what else did we make for the wedding?
Photo album, and then from the reception, and then the wedding had already taken place. I was having a second reception. So I was able to, mainly it was the video, which and you were like one-stop shopping. Everything I needed, you were able to do. I said, could you do a video? Yes. Could we do the photo album? Yes. And then it went into the fact that I needed all of my pictures and videos done. Yes, I can do that too.
So we're really focused on the wedding at the beginning, or the reception, getting things ready for the reception. But then we also talked about how I usually approach new people that are coming in to work with me. And I call it the memory keeping steps to success. And I believe they're going to put a link in the chat there for a handout where I talk about getting your photos organized for that. And so what I like people to do to start with is to get their home movies digitized. So since that didn't require a lot of work on your part, you could get those together and bring those to me. And tell me a little bit about what you've thought about the home movies so far.
Just the fact that it's so convenient. What I was doing myself years past, because these were Memorex videotapes that I'm starting with, just the Super 8s and the small Super 8 videos. I had 73 because I was taking videos of everything that my children did and our family did. They called me the movie maker of the family. So, and I would record them onto a DVD myself in parts. And that's what then I thought there's got to be a better way, so that when you told me that it could be digitized and totally uploaded to a website, an app. And so it's the idea that I can pull it up anytime, stream it on my TV. I can send a link up to my family. So if they want to say, oh, I remember that basketball game and so year, they can just look it up and show it to their children right away. So it's going to change our whole family connection, I think. I'm real excited about it. So I haven't sent it to the children yet, but I'm at that point because we have just gotten them uploaded.
Right. And since you have 73, we're just working through about a dozen a month.
Well, yes. So my oldest child is 43. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get that many 2 hours, about 2 hours per videotape, I believe.
And we're just getting into that part, and then we're going to move on to the digital photos. So that's Valerie's next assignment, is to get ready for the digital photos. And then she's also had me do like a family heritage scrapbook that's been scanned, and we're just about ready to get that printed so that other people can enjoy it. So what else are you looking forward to working on?
I guess my goal when you saw that family heritage scrapbook, my niece had made that when she was scrapbooking herself and made it for their 60th anniversary. And we have used that in wedding situations or to look up information about the family for funerals or whatever. And it's just a book we can pass around. So I would love to have something like that for my family where they can just have this one book and it's categorized by children and activities and eventually get it into one book once I get everything organized.
So we're just 3 months in, to this process. So what have you enjoyed the most about getting started with all this?
What I've enjoyed most is that it's something I've thought about for so long and did not know even how to begin. And I thought, in my retirement, I am retired, semi-retired, still working a little bit, but that would be my main hobby or job, is to get this organized and give this as a gift to my family. And so, but I did not know even where to start until I saw that Kathy's YouTube video. Then I did the search, signed up for, again, the newsletter. And then I said, this may be someone I could go visit once a month, and they would give me homework and it would make me sit down and do it every month, maybe till I get it done, years to come. So it's a new part-time job or part-time hobby that will be so valuable to my family in the future.
And the homework, that's the important part, huh?
Accountability. Accountability. And I am a teacher. And I teach, I'm an instructor at Texas Tech, and I totally understand that. And I understand that's my personality. I need to have a schedule and homework to get a project done.
So is there anything else that you want to share about your memories or what you hope to accomplish?
Yes, it's going to, it gets you back into your memories and looking at the videos that are stuck in a closet somewhere, and you never look at them because they're on this old videotape that doesn't fit in anything anymore. So I think that's great. And I also, just a fun thing, just working with Dionne, and she's a new friend. And I know I look forward to seeing her. She is very organized, and the idea, and she's creative, and is taking me on a journey that I couldn't have gone by myself.
Well, I've enjoyed working with you too. It's been fun, and we got lots more to do.
Yes.
So it'll be fun. So do we have any questions, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Kathy, do you have some questions?
I do. And I'll share Sharon's question in just a minute, but I also wanted to say one thing that is unique about working with a professional photo manager. I think that people don't realize is that we know about the technology that's out there. For instance, projector, right? That you knew about the tech. We get to experience and see all these new companies and the technology that they have. We have a great relationship, even like with PhotoMine. And so that's what's unique about, I think, working with a photo manager sometimes is we've kind of vetted those those opportunities for you, so you don't have to be like swimming through seas of information where it's like, oh my gosh, how do I make these decisions, right? So Sharon want to know, did you edit the videos, or do you leave that up to your client? Doing a course for our members on how to do it well. Well, it's another quick question for you is, so the experience of re-seeing these, tell me a little bit about what does it feel like when you're sitting, I know because I have done this myself now, is sitting on the couch and seeing those memories come back before your very eyes. What's been that experience like?
Oh, it's warm and fuzzy. And it's what is the positive serotonin and the dopamine and whatever. And it is really, really worth the experience. And I know in my retirement, so I have thank goodness, I have spending money I can do for those things that I want to do. I'm very fortunate to do that. So this is one of the most important things on my spending in my retirement, is that and with that guidance, I think it will save me money and time in the long run and come out again with a quality product. The ones that I did do myself, which I stopped and recorded on a VHS recorder, and I'm going to still keep those, but it very, 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 very time consuming, and the quality was not as great. And I feel like when I look at these videos, I can move. I move the arrow back and forth where I want, if I want to skip ahead a little bit and so forth. And so I've got it all. It's all of the tape is there, the whole baseball game.
You can, you can
watch the whole thing if we want to.
If you want to, yeah. What's wonderful about Projector, not that we're giving kudos to just different businesses, but Dionne, we've all met the fellow that has Robert Marks, who created it out of his own needs, and wonderful human being, just passionate about it. He was retired, built a really successful business, and has 4 grown children. And out of his own frustration with not being able to access his home movies, he thought there has to be an app for that, and then realized there wasn't and created one. So that's another really benefit of working with photo managers or following us on YouTube or different things, is we can introduce you. The companies that create the products that we use, actually we get to meet them, and they're just as passionate about memory keeping and things as we are, which is nice to know that a company cares so deeply about the product that they're using. So Dionne is a great, right, go ahead.
I've been able to work closely with Robert on some of the changes since he first came to the conference, that he didn't realize all of us photo managers wanted so many things that he found out about that we wanted in a product. And he's been very responsive about, this is what we need. And Projector is not your backup source for your videos. So it is where you can view them and experience them. But I also have an external hard drive started for Valerie, that each set of videos, that as they're digitized, it's going on there. So that's going to be her permanent copy. And then Projector is where she's going to enjoy them. So that's something else that I wanted to bring up, that, it's important to have a backup. We're talking about saving your photos, and we don't want to forget that saving a backup of your videos is important too.
Yes. Thank you that's a good point. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. I think it's just really wonderful to meet a person a retired educator and who has found Dionne. I'm glad that you met her through my YouTube channel. So it's wonderful. And I know you're in really great hands. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.